Supposing I say, just make an annotation here, y, or I will say, okay, so, y, consumption plus
Mimi, can you keep your volume off,
yeah,
please? Mimi.
I have muted all. Just in case you need to speak, please message me in the chat box. I will unmute you. See, we always say y is equal to c plus s, right? So when I say y is equal to, what is this y? Income is equal to what I spend on consumption expenditure, and I save. That is how. Now this y is equal to c plus s has been replaced by y is equal to c plus y is equal to c plus I, investment. I am not encouraging idle savings. Savings has to be synonymous with investment. That's what I say. What is savings? Savings still lies in your cupboard, right? So you keep some money. As earlier days, it was all practice. If you remember, we used to even hoard wealth. It was actually called as hoarding, if you remember. Hoarding का मतलब क्या था? आप बचा के रखते हो पर्स में या कबर्ड में, जो भी है. जब वो बचा के रखते हो, वो आपका लायबिलिटी हो जाता है, एसेट नहीं बनता है. क्योंकि एक तो डर रहता है कोई लेके जाएगा, दूसरी चीज है उसको संभालना पड़ता है. दूसरी चीज है, यू विल हैव, इट डजंट गो इनटू द इकोनॉमी. समझ में आ रहा है? जब इकोनॉमी में नहीं जाता है, आप क्या करते हो? बचा के रखते हो. द इकोनॉमी श्रिंक्स. I mean, these are all just basic concepts. I'm not going into economics though. So am I understandable? Audience, am I understandable?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, madam.
Thank you. So it doesn't go into the economy. एक बार आप invest करने लगोगे, क्या होता है? ये पैसे economy में जाता है. कहीं भी बाहर रखो, maybe in a bank as your deposit, maybe in any other asset class, which we will discuss a little later, right? When we invest this, what happens? It goes into the economy. एक बार economy में गया, it is used as funds into industries wherever they require funds, right? And then we produce goods and service with that money that you have invested. एक तरफ से आपका पूरा income economy में चला जाता है. कैसे? Through consumption expenditure and through investment expenditure, I'm sorry, right? तो ये जब अंदर चला जाता है, it makes a whole lot of circle. But if it is kept as S, what would happen? आप restrict कर रहे हो जितना economy में जाना है. Am I understandable here? So,
yes, ma'am.
So that is how it works. So we need to invest and not just save, or not just keep it as idle saving. That is one more thing to learn, right? Savings, of course, helps you reach your financial goals, but investment makes you reach your financial goals early. We will see what financial goals are, how to set up financial goals. And when we talk about this, the moment it goes as investment into the economy, it is going to operate on power of compounding. That also I will show you what it is. And then we will talk about different asset classes. This is a whole lot of flow in the presentation today. Now, when we talk about financial literacy, it isn't just, you know, that what I have to spend, what is coming in, and then I have to actually plan. What is my milestone here? How many days have I got? See, supposing when I talk about an individual who has just started earning at 28, he or she has to decide, what do I have to do, right? So when I have to earn, when this is my monthly income, I have to progress on my monthly income. So when I progress, what will I do? It is not just earning a lot. It is not just spending less. Multiplying that money that I have is what counts here. Let that money grow. That is what I have to plan. And then I need to have a long-term financial plan. Maybe I will want to buy a home, or I want to get my kids married. I want to settle all my debts, and then I also want to live a completely relaxed life, a debt-free life. Today, I planned this. It is all planning. It was not even extra effort I was talking about. I was earning, right? With that earning, how do I plan? Today, I'm getting 10,000. 10,000, say, what can I do? So that it will take care of my retirement. Because today, if you see, we keep talking about Mengai, inflation. How do I meet? So when I say I'm financially comfortable, it means that I have to create that fund which will take care of me even after I stop working. And then it even meets all the expenditures in spite of the inflation. We have around 6 to 7% inflation in India, right? So with that inflation, we need to take care of the expenditure. So I need to create a fund which is going to come to me after I stop working. Today, my salary takes care of me, but I have to take care of that salary today so that it will take care of me tomorrow. What exactly is a financial goal? When I say financial goal, कोई भी plan आज करूंगी मेरे पैसों के साथ. I told you I was earning 10,000 today. 10,000 में मेरे खर्चे workout होते हैं, say 8,000 rupees. And then I create a short-term financial goal. Say I saved about 2,000 rupees. और मैंने long-term भी किया है. आज के लिए भी मुझे चाहिए. And then after I retire also, I need this funds to take care of me. आज के लिए बोला तो maybe see after a week I have a friend's wedding. I need to buy some decent gift, right? So all these are my short-term financial plans. I need to save for that. I need to take care of my long-term financial goals also. And then I also have specific financial goals. See, like I told you, like I need to say travel. If I have to travel to European country for a month, it is going to cost me lakhs. But do I have that amount of savings today? Do I have that amount of money that will pay me later? I need to get my kids married. It will cost me crores today, if you know. I need to help them with jewelry. I need to have a grand wedding. Even if I have a simple wedding, it will cost me at least 500,000 crore. This is the estimate I'm giving you with the amount of inflation. So we need to plan for that. That is what is a financial goal. I need to plan my money. And just before we proceed, we will discuss something called as real income and nominal income. Supposing I tell you, have you heard of the concepts of real income and nominal income? It's a very practical concept. Real and nominal income. Why denotes my income? When I say nominal income is what I receive as pay. Today, if I'm receiving 10,000 rupees, can this 10,000 rupees, supposing I receive 10,000 today, and 10 years hence I receive 15,000 rupees, which do you think is greater? आज मैं कमा रही हूँ 10,000, okay? And 10 साल के बाद मैं कमा रही हूँ 15,000. So which was a bigger income? कौन सा ज्यादा है?
Today.
10,000.
Why is that today? Why is it today?
Because ma'am, inflation.
Exactly. So that real concept comes in here. Whatever I was talking about, 10,000 and 15,000 जो आज मेरे हाथ में आ रहे हैं, उसको बोलते हैं nominal income. So when I discount it for all the expenditures that I will have to, today I may save about, say, 3,000 rupees after spending 7,000. But with the 15,000, though it appears to be a bigger figure, I may not be able to save so much. I may, in fact, end up having a negative savings, which means I may borrow to take care of my expenditure, right? So my real income goes on going down as my inflation rate is going to be, as the inflation rate is going to be up. So what I will do here is I need to create something as a backup in case my real income, if I have to match my real income, right, with whatever nominal income I earn. Tomorrow, even if you earn in lakhs, you don't know how much the inflation figures are going to shoot up or what kind of emergencies are going to pop up. So I need to have a financial goal. Now, when I talk about having a financial goal, what should I actually do? My financial goals will have to be, I'm helping you make a financial goal. Soon after the session, I would appreciate if all of you can make a financial goal if you don't have one already. So you can have a financial goal which is specific. It should not be too vague. You cannot say, I want to be richer than my neighbor. I want to buy a house in Pedder Road. No, it is practically, you know, what is the amount that you want to exactly have? Soon after retirement, I should have at least 3 CR of money to take care of my medical expenses. I should lead a comfortable life and I should be able to spend at least a lakh of rupee for every 6 months. So I have this specific 1 lakh rupee every 6 months on my travel plans, right? So make it specific. How much you want to have, what do you want to have it for? And make your goals measurable. First of all, it should not be like, I want to be Bill Gates. I should have 56 crores of rupees on hand when it is a year later. No, that is practically not possible. So measurable. When I said 50 lakhs of rupees after, say, 6 years, maybe with my salary, it is practically possible, but it has to be a measurable goal and have a deadline. As I said, 6 years hence, I should be able to spend 50,000 rupees every year for my travel. Yes, practically it is measurable, it is specific. And I've also given myself a deadline here. And I need to make sure they are all my goals. I don't copy somebody else's. I want to have a diamond ring worth 7 lakhs after 8 years. Yes, it fits into all these goals. Give me a sec. I will repeat the real and nominal once I finish this. And I will write down my goals. See, you know, apart from making all these things, you know, when you have all these specifically done, your entire focus goes on that. Sometimes, you know, I believe in this manifestation also. I keep looking at it. It gets into my subconscious mind and I keep manifesting all these things, right? So practically, if you try this, it does work. It has worked for me. It will definitely work for all of us. Now, before we proceed, there is a query on the chat box which says repeat real and nominal. See, when I say nominal income, it is going to be what I get on hand. Supposing I'm drawing 10,000 rupees as my pay today, that is my nominal income. When I say what is my real income, after my expenditures are met, right? It is going to be adjusted for the expenditures. What is my nominal income is actually what I'm left with, taking care of my expenditures. Like today, I get 10,000 rupees and I get 15,000 rupees 10 years hence. My nominal income may be higher. 10,000 is greater than 15,000 when you talk in terms of amount. But the expenditures will be much higher. So the real income is far lower. This 15,000 is far lower when you compare with 10,000 today. Have you heard of the saying, a bird in hand is much more valuable than 2 birds in the bush, correct? आज जो हाथ में है, वो बड़ा रकम है, जो कल मेरे आने वाला है. Because again, we talk about inflation, we talk about other things, you know, which is too much into finance. So when we talk about inflation, this is a lot more lesser. 15,000, 10 years hence is a lot more lesser. Did I make it clear to you? Thanks. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Proceed here. Now, how do you make your financial goals sturdy? Create and stick to a budget. Now I have made a financial goal. I have written it down. So now I know, actually I'm more focused on creating a budget. What is my income? What is my expenditure? And then I'm going to be sticking on to my budget as far as possible. आज मैं कम खर्चा करूंगी भले, but this is for me to secure my tomorrow. आज क्यों कम खर्चा कर रही हूँ? Not conjuicy. It is because I want to actually have a comfortable life, much more than a lavish life. I would say I want to have a comfortable life. and then I build an emergency fund. कल का मुझे कुछ हो गया, what will happen? Between, just let me share this with you. I have created all these so that tomorrow my medical expenses or any kind of emergency can be taken care. I have done all these in my personal life. And get out of debt. I don't have a debt. Of course, if you have something, as soon as possible, get out of debt. See, just to share with you, since we all are proud Indians, if you remember, India had come to a state, right, where it became almost penniless, and it went to World Bank to borrow. World Bank readily agreed. That was after when we opened our nation for foreign direct investment in 1991. So जब हमने literally we were penniless and we went to World Bank ने एक ही कारण के लिए तुरंत agree किया था, because India had a good track record of settling debts then and there. मतलब जब हाथ में पैसा होता है, settle your debt. Don't wait for the due date. That is what we keep saying. And save up for your retirement dreams. All of us must be wanting, I keep saying, see, at the age of 55, I want to retire. I want to have a comfortable life. So when I want to retire and then have a comfortable life, I define that comfortable life also. Like I want to travel. I want to go out. I want to have say maybe I want to buy a small farmhouse, settle there, right? All these are my retirement dreams. When I told you make a financial goal, include all these measurable goals. And I will save for them. And I say spend less and save more. So when you're active, you can do all these. And also ability to make better. What are the benefits if you're financially literate? This is all about financial literacy, right? How do I know what is coming in? What is actually money? Well, how do I know what is coming in? How do I know what I'm spending? All these comes under that. And I need to effectively balance between my spending and my income, and also end up investing. I will never use the word saving. I will use the word investing henceforth. So I need to make better financial decisions. And then I have to effectively manage my money and debt. If at all I have a debt, I need to effectively manage the debt. जैसे जैसे पैसे आते हैं, pay off the debt, right? And then we also get equipped to reach financial goals. Now I said आदत पड़ जाती है कि इतना ही खर्चा चाहिए, थोड़ा ज़्यादा तो भी I get worked up, और थोड़ा ज़्यादा खर्चा करना है. Why should I think twice. I don't actually lavishly throw the money out. And then I will reduce my expenditures through better regulation. See, quite often amongst most popularly I've seen amongst youngsters, this brand concept has come into. So they have all this, they've all, this, somebody uses this brand, I will use this brand, better brand, right? So what difference does it make? Just an example of, not reducing your expenses. If whatever I am going to carry is not going to judge me. What I'm going to be, that is going to, talk about me. Instead of saying like, I will carry, say, I will wear Reebok shoes. Other shoes also people are not. Any decent shoe is going to be welcome. So when I say I will reduce my expenses, I will not keep aspiring for, you can have that. You can have the brand, you can have it as a dream, but see how much you have on hand. Have you saved enough? Have you invested enough? Have you created that fund flow? Then you go in for this. And so that you will have less financial stress and anxiety. And, quite often I even come across parents who borrow and send their kids abroad. Think of what you are investing. Think of what you are investing. When you come into finance, we will learn how it is net present value, and so many other concepts are there, which, we will not talk about. So we need to work out on what you are going to invest today and how much of cash flow it is going to yield to you in the future. So that is how we are going to work on, right? So when you talk about this, we need to actually increase any kind of ethical decision when we are selecting insurance, loans, investment, or any kind of credit card. I have seen people using credit card just for the sake of it. Till date, I don't have a credit card. Let me tell you that. I am able to financially manage myself, but I don't have a credit card. Why borrow when you can support yourself? That is my concept, And again, effective creation of a structured budget. You need to create a structured budget. It should never be too stingy, nor too lavish. So we need to create an effective budget. I hope I'm communicating all the points to you. Just in case you have.
Yes, ma'am. It's excellent.
Yes, ma'am. It's very clear. Thank you, ma'am.
So now, when I budget, right, I will know exactly, am I actually earning it or paying it, right? So all these interest rates are going to have a lot of impact on my finances. I have budgeted. What am I receiving? What is my debt payment? And why am I paying for the credit card? Is it absolutely necessary to have pay for a credit card? Can I not manage it with cash? Right. And then, or any other payment mode today, right? And I need to protect my identity. I need to have my finances also safe, not just having finance. Many a times I've seen you have to be careful enough. If you have earned, if you're budgeted, financial literacy also helps you in preventing yourself from scams and frauds, because you are all the time alert. I have seen people who are financially literate, people who have a goal, are even preventing themselves from frauds and scams. So many scams we hear about, right? So we fall a prey to it only when we are not financially literate. I hope you agree with me on that. So now,
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. After we speak about all these things, you have created a financial goal and you've systematically been following it. Now, what is it that you can do to achieve it? Savings, I told you, may help you achieve, but savings may kya funds to take care of you later. तो जो आपने 1,000 या 1 लाख बचाया है, वो 1 लाख ही रहेगा 20 साल के बाद भी, if you have not invested. If you want to reach your financial goals faster, investment is the only option you have. Invest it, don't keep it with you, right? Investment में आपको क्या मिलता है? What is the reward that you get for investment? Return. Right? So what is this return? Reward for parting with your liquid cash now. Are you understanding? आज liquid cash जो है ना, वो आप किसी को देते हो, बैंक में देते हो. It should be a regulated financial institution or a regulated investment avenue. I keep repeating this. In all my sessions, I keep telling, when you invest, check out on the credibility, check out on how regulated is it. Regulated मतलब कायदे नियम होते हैं वो institution के. Without that, कायदे कानून के बिना कोई भी investment safe नहीं है. Today you have multiple investment avenues which are regulated, which are safe, right? So investment is the only option to achieve your financial goals faster. Give me a second. Before investment किया तो क्या होता है? When I have invested my fund, power of compounding works. What is this power of compounding? As I told you, जब आपने 1 रुपया बचा के रखा, 20 साल के बाद भी वो 1 ही रुपया है. समझ में आ रहा है? Do you agree with me? When I have, just give me a second. Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
After 20 years, sorry. After 50 years also, it remains as 1 rupee. Supposing I pay some interest on it, say 10%. यहाँ पे मैंने example 10% का लिया है. ये 1 रुपये का अगर मैंने 10% या 1% हटाया है, okay? तो क्या होता है? It goes off at, it becomes lesser, right? 1%, 1%. If you, should I show you power of compounding in an Excel sheet, how it works? If you're interested,
Yes, ma'am.
I'll share my Excel sheet. Give me a second. Very important concept when you talk about investment. Please give me a second. Now, supposing I have ₹1 with me. Okay. I told you if not invested, okay, after 50 years, it still remains as ₹1. Okay. Same way, अगर इसमें से इसको मैंने इन्वेस्ट किया, okay, ₹1, it is invested, and the institution has agreed to pay me, say 10% per annum. ठीक है, 10% देने का उन्होंने किया है. So this is 50 years hence, right? So I will say after 50 years, right? 1 plus, say 1.1, okay, to the power. This is 1 plus 0, sorry, 0.1, 10%, 10 by 100, okay? Okay. To the power यहाँ पे we write it this way, 50. ठीक है, इसका वैल्यू देखते हैं हम. ये 1 ही रुपया था, 50 साल तक मैंने ऐसे ही रखा था, 1 ही रुपया था, 1 ही रुपया है अभी भी. Now when I invest this, it is going to be equal to 1.1, correct? So what am I earning? What has it become actually? Can you see after 50 years, this has become 117 rupees. Can you see the remarkable change? ये जो 1 रुपया था, 50 साल तक वैसे ही मैंने रखा तो 1 ही रुपया था. पर अभी 10% इंटरेस्ट में जब मैंने इन्वेस्ट किया है, it is going to be so much. से मैंने बैंक में ही डाला, जो मुझे 6% दे रहा है या 7%. Let me take it as 1.07, 7% इंटरेस्ट दिया है. ठीक है. Even if I give it in a FD, so what do I get here? It has given me 29 rupees, correct? मैंने जब FD में डाला तो भी मुझे 29 rupees मिला है. It is still not that 1 rupee. So what is happening here? To understand how power of compounding works, the moment your money goes into the investment avenue, you are able to get this, right? So that money gets compounded, right? In finance, we also apply this rule of 72, where we say 72 divided by the rate of interest tells you how many years it takes for your money to double. Please make a note of this if you want to understand. आज whatever rate of interest your financial institution is paying you or your investment avenue is going to pay you, it is going to be 72 divided by the rate of interest, and you will know the number of years it takes for your money to double. So even Einstein talks about power of compounding as the 8th wonder of the world. Am I communicating what I want to?
Yes, ma'am.
It works wonders when we invest. Why does that happen with power of compounding alone? Any idea? this money that I'm investing is going to some institution as or an organization as capital to create goods and services. It also helps my economy expand. Therefore, my money also gets multiplied, compounded, and comes back to me. So this is about a mutual fund investment where when you invest 50,000, I spoke about 7% paying 29 rupees after 50 years. Same thing, if you are given double, right? 15% आपको interest मिला है. This is what happens. 50,000 a month, 6 lakhs a year. It is going to be so much after 30 years. Do you see here? So my power of compounding works this way. So I would always say invest. Whatever safe avenue you find. Many of us are not still comfortable with equity shares or equity mutual funds, etc. We still stick on to our traditional way. Doesn't matter. But investment matters a lot. I would always say for beginners, you start with your SIP mutual fund. But if you are not comfortable even with that, you are going to be investing your money, not saving it. That is what is my request to you. These are some of the asset classes which I culled from the Franklin Templeton in India website, where you have cash. Where will you invest? Where will you invest the fund? Cash. Cash rakhoge, I told you what happened to your cash. Maybe as hard cash, मतलब जैसे cash रखा था आपने 50 साल के बाद वही value था उसका, right? Or you will go to equity share, wherein you get an ownership in the business. अच्छे company में वो भी, you know, I have seen people investing, you know, quite often people say stock market is risky, or some people say stock market yields you a lot, invest in penny stocks. No. So invest in good equity shares. Or invest through mutual funds into equity class. That also yields you better because mutual funds have specialized fund managers who are fully into this, and they will invest your funds for you into good equity shares. Fixed income securities, again, you have bonds, you have your other fixed deposits in banks, and these are some of the avenues I have given you. Then we have, many of us have this passion for real estate. So again, where you get physical ownership of a space. REITs is also one more option which may not be popular among we retail investors. Malls में जब आपको shops own करते हो, all these are REITs. Then we hold as silver, gold, commodities, correct? So these are some of the asset classes that you can invest in. But in India, these are some of the top 5 investment options which have been yielding high returns. Like your direct equity, as I said, equity shares hold karna. Many of us feel it is risky, fine. But if you still, I still would say this is very, very high yielding investment avenue. Then you go through mutual funds, you have options. Debt may be kar sakte ho, equity may be kar sakte ho. And then you can hold RBI bonds, usually 7 years ka tenure rehta hai. They also pay you around 7% or 10%, up to 10% maximum, right? Then you can hold as bank deposit, which pay you 7% interest. But then ensure that they are going to beat your inflation rates in future. So my inflation, I earn a return of 10%. My inflation is 7%. 3% excess takes care of my later stage. But then if I earn about 5%, inflation is around 8%, then I'm losing out 3%. So we need to know that what we are investing in. Again, real estate is again a passion where you buy a house. You know, some of us consider the rental income. Real estate bhi aapko अच्छे shares, अच्छे शहर या good cities where appreciation is possible, like Mumbai or some other metro cities where you get good appreciation. Then you prefer real estate investment. And then gold investment, again, you can have as physical gold. Gold क्यों हम जमा करते हैं? See, again, when you talk about accumulating gold का भाव बढ़ जाता है, इसीलिए हम आज खरीद के रखते हैं ornamental gold, right? Tomorrow we may not be able to buy. Gold exchange traded funds. This is again like mutual funds you're going to invest. Gold sovereign bonds. These are options to invest in gold. But when you see liquidity may, if you see, one of the most liquid investment is direct equity. Aapko jab liquidity, when I say it is talking about encashability at market value. Again, encashability at market value. You consider all those when you're going to invest. Direct equity, market value में आपको आ जाता है. Bank FD, again, they are going to, pay you only that much interest. Supposing it's a 10-year investment that you have made and you want it in 2 years, again, that is also to an extent liquid. Mutual funds also market value में आपको आ जाता है. But when it comes to gold, physical gold, it may not be liquid enough. Real estate also may not be liquid enough. Any queries? This is some of them are my point of view as an investor. Any queries that you have? Should I discuss anything with you that you feel will be relevant to you? Anything that you want me to talk about? Any queries you have?
Participants, please feel free to ask all your questions from our expert here.
Hello, ma'am. Can I ask one question, please?
Yes, please. Yes.
Ma'am, just a question that in case we want to invest for the SIP plan, so like any special SIP plan that you would like to recommend?
See, based on your risk profile, you would definitely choose if you're talking about mutual funds, yes, SIP comes in equity. Also, SIP comes in your mutual funds also. When it is going to be an SIP, if you want to go in for equity, you may check out the best plans based on your risk profile. You can go in for equity plan if you're, open to taking risk. If your risk covers, you can go in for debt investments. So any best, I would definitely feel better when I will talk to you in person.
Okay.
I just want to say something here.
Yes, ma'am.
For all those who are attending the program today, Nandini ma'am has agreed to help them make a profile for themselves. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Could you please tell all those who are attending the program with us today how you are going to help them out?
Yes, I have designed a Excel sheet, this thing where you all, it will be left, it will be with you. You will have your own privacy. You don't even need to disclose it to me, wherein you feed in your sources of income, how much you get, etc. And then you will see if you're financially comfortable, how much you have to invest, etc. So this is available with me. If anybody needs, you can get in touch with me in person. Archana,
okay. Can I drop in your number? Would you drop in your number or put in your email on the chat so that people can pick it up, please?
Sure. Yes, ma'am. Yes. I can share. You can share, ma'am. Not an issue. Yeah. Do you want me to share?
Yes, ma'am. Could you put in your email ID so people can connect with you? Or a WhatsApp number if you have.
Nandini ma'am, Archana has a question for you.
I just saw that, ma'am. I just saw that. Okay. So nice. Yeah.
The question is, what is the criteria for choosing an SIP?
It is again up to you, ma'am. See, you need to know what your risk profile is. As I said, you can go in for a debt fund. You can go in for an equity fund. So once you decide on what kind of how much you can spend, you'll have to decide on the mutual fund. Basic criteria, even if you invest 1,000 rupees, the mutual fund managers are going to accept it and invest it for you. But you need to understand what your risk profile is. So do you want to go in for an equity or do you want to go in for a debt investment? You need to decide. And criteria दिया बोला तो any good fund, you can always see their fact sheets are all disclosed. They are transparently available. So in which company are they investing and who is the fund manager and how has the track record of the fund been? So you can check that out and then invest.
So, ma'am, I have a request for you. Many of us do not even understand what you are talking about.
Okay.
We don't understand what do you mean by a debt fund. We don't understand what you mean by an equity fund. We do not understand what is the work of a fund manager.
Okay.
We do not understand what do you mean by who is doing what progress. There is, financial literacy is very poor when it comes to people who are not commerce graduates.
I completely understand. Yes.
Especially those who are not into banking and investment as a subject. There is a very little knowledge about what you mean by saying when you say gold bonds, or what do you mean when you're saying ETFs, or you're saying about sovereign bonds, or you're saying about direct equity investments. Many of us do not even have the knowledge that do we need to, start what do we need to do that? Do we need to contact somebody? Do we need to look into, there are so many people who are sitting and just waiting to say, give me your money, give me your money, give me your money. And many of us are not even aware of what do we do. Now, when we catch an agent and we tell the agent, okay, I want you to invest my money. Many agents are already working only for some specific groups, like probably HDFC or they are working for Kotak Finance or something like that. And all your money gets invested only in one basket. And maybe you do not want it to be in that kind of a way. You want to know at least a little bit about where are you putting your money and how is it helping you personally. So I think, ma'am, for the benefit of all these people here, we need to listen to you once again and understand the basics.
Yes.
Understand the basics of all this that is happening, ma'am. I would really request you that we need one. I don't know, even I'm not very much literate about these things.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
And if any housewives want to invest, how can they plan?
Yes, ma'am. That is what initially I spoke about. What is the importance of being a financially literate, and what is how do you make a financial goal? I think that was a very common thing that you don't need to be a finance graduate to understand that. I hope that was understood.
Yes, that was clear.
Now, when we spoke about this got a bit technical because it is technical. We need to understand what mutual funds are. As you said, I'm open to any number of sessions, especially when it comes to ladies, when it comes to, empowering them financially. Yes, I am here. And even otherwise, even for anybody else, I'm here. See, now, when you need to understand how for housewives, as I told you, you need to make a financial goal. What exactly is your financial goal? The moment women, this is my view, ma'am. I'm sorry if I offend any man in this thing. The moment women become financially empowered and when you're able to take your financial decisions, let me tell you, you can, reach the sky. I have personally experienced that. So you are the best planners for your families, for yourselves. That is what I have seen. That is one thing. So for which it comes out of practice. You start making your financial goal. As somebody had asked me, how do you, as housewives, how do I get into this? You know your income, you know your expenditure, you start creating an emergency fund. That emergency fund cannot be kept as liquid savings. Keep it as a liquid investment. I would say, even if you want to analyze any kind of, investment avenues, so you don't know gold ETFs, you don't know anything. Even see, it all comes out of habit, ma'am. It is nothing like, you have to be a finance graduate, you have to be a commerce graduate, etc. Har cheez aadat se aati hai. Even if you want to learn cooking, you don't need to be a home science graduate. It comes out of habit. So we do make mistakes. I have also made mistakes. People around me have made mistakes. So let that mistake not eat you up. Learn from the mistake, come out of it. This is what I would say. And aadat aapko tabhi lagti hai when you start with your baby step. This is what I believe. So I will definitely, I'm open for any number of sessions, as I told you.
Ma'am, I would also like to ask you if there is something which has some basics about maybe a 1 or 2 liners about some investments, or just understanding, if I mean, with your great knowledge and considering how many books you have written and so many research journals and all that, whether something for a layman who can just understand, or basically women who can understand a little bit about maybe a few lines of what is a direct equity investment, or how does a mutual fund help you, something which maybe you could work on it. If you are starting to work on it also, I would be greatly thankful to you. Something that we can give across to our women and just say like, okay, so you read through this. English so everybody understands, or maybe we translate it into Marathi or Hindi, and some basic knowledge we can get, and then how we can decide what to
Can I
do.
give you a practical solution for this? I've made this for my students. I've told them to make an investment journal.
Huh.
And ye investment journal may everybody invest 2,000 rupees. That is why I told them to attend this session.
Okay.
They can choose the asset class right from bank deposits, because the first year students are not 18 years now. So they cannot definitely get into equity. So they started investing 2,000 rupees. Everybody has to invest. Periodically track their investment. Some of them have it in direct equity. Direct equity matlab shares खरीदना. Shares. जब हम share खरीदते हैं ना, equity share, stock exchange shares are the common terminologies generally understood. So shares खरीदते हैं, या they invest in mutual funds, and they see. So once they make a journal, if I have a picture of it, I don't mind sharing. Give me a sec. I will see if I can share a picture of it. Their journal. This
Take
is
your
a
time, ma'am.
Aji ma'am.
Take your time. Take your time.
Give me just a minute.
Yeah.
This activity I told them to do so that they know how, because having studied finance, if they are, if they don't know what is finance, how investment works and all, it doesn't make any sense. So just give me a second. I will check. And they are now monitoring it. This was the year I made them. This is the first year of their investment journal. And I told them, keep monitoring this. You will know how much money you have made. Sorry. And they have submitted the same. So they will periodically do that monitoring. Sakshi, are you here? Sakshi?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning. Can you please share your journal here if you have a picture of it? Or can you WhatsApp it to me, or I will give you, I think you can also share your screen. If you have a picture of your journal, can you share it?
Okay, ma'am. Just a second.
Thank you. This is a practical this thing, ma'am. You also, as you told me, the people attending here, you all also can invest. Say you take 2,000 rupees, or you take, say a greater amount, 5,000 rupees. 1,000 rupees you invest in bank. 1,000 rupees you buy a good share. If you want, I'm open to help you also with that. Okay, and invest a little in your SIP, right? And monitor that every, say, quarter, every 3 months. Keep drawing columns. The date on which you invested, first column amount, and then say next quarter, how much has it moved to, and so that you can track your investments. For housewives, you can learn a lot better by learning by doing. Whatever I write, whatever you read, maybe, may not help you practically understand. Tomorrow you can say this is good, this investment avenue is good, but to what extent, unless you understand it practically? That is what we are going to talk about. Does that answer my question? Answer your question, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. I think it's an
Yes.
excellent idea to start. Even if you have not started, I think everybody on this group should start. Even if the family is investing, I think personally you should start by investing a little monthly.
Correct.
And definitely tracking where that money is going, and is it really compounding the way you wanted to do, or is it at least meeting a part of your financial goals? I think that is something that we all can start now, because many of us do many things to earn money, but many of us don't do many things to save it. Or I think I like this idea when you said it's not about saving, it's about how is that money working for you.
Yeah.
Is that money
tracking.
working for you when it is sitting in your bank? Maybe not so much. But would it be working if you make it into smaller bits and put it in different areas? Definitely it will start working for you. So I think that's something that we should all learn.
My
You know?
students are doing it, ma'am. All my students.
I am so amazed with that.
So proud of your
I'm
students.
so
and
proud of
you.
all of them. And that's very nice, actually. In fact, everybody should do it at a young age.
Yeah.
Ma'am, we will have a session for saving for adolescents and teenagers.
Yes.
Definitely, ma'am. Definitely.
I think that will be amazing.
So they can
Thank you,
start
ma'am.
young.
I think she couldn't find the picture. Otherwise,
No, it's okay. I
That's
understood what you are saying.
I think
And,
we are going to continue meeting anyway.
I think,
So-
yeah, I found it.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, sorry, I'm not getting pictures. I'm not having that.
I think I found it, Sakshi. I found it. Should I just WhatsApp it and share it? Then just give me a sec, man. I'm sorry. If you want to see it, I'll share it. Otherwise,
please share it, ma'am, at least for the benefit of all
Yes,
the people
yes.
who are there on this group.
they've all created their PAN cards. They've created all their this thing. PAN card also many of us do not have.
Yes, yes.
I felt, is something that as a
Can I request Khushnooma to please mute herself, because I think, thank you, dear. Because there was a echo sound coming in.
just give me a second, ma'am. I'm just transferring it here. I'll open it in.
Yeah, no problem.
Ma'am, I also wanted to ask that people, many banks give free trading accounts. Are they better to take a free trading account, or how does it work?
Trading account is just a service, ma'am. It is offered to you.
Okay.
Trading account is for
I
you
think
to
for
buy.
stocks, you would need a trading account, no, ma'am?
Yes, yes. For stocks, to buy and sell, you need to have a trading account.
Correct.
So that is just a service offered by financial institutions. Yes.
So if you have an account in a bank which also offers you a trading account, I think you can take up that services, right?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. But ideally, you should be, ma'am, do you see this thing here?
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
This is what they have done. They have invested cash, bank account, mutual fund, and this. And now they are going to make columns. And then this was the first thing that they showed me how to do, how to go about. So that is why it doesn't have it this way. So now, if you see, this is their investment, and she's been investing in SIP. Now she's going to track on an average. I would be very happy to tell you, equity asset class, market niche upar jata rehta hai, but it gives you at least 18 to 20%, ma'am, based on my personal experience.
Wow. Beautiful.
If you have kept it for a longer period, again. Do you see this, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Now
Yes.
she's going to periodically monitor.
Any specific apps, ma'am, where we can invest?
No, ma'am. See, apps aisa nahi hai. You choose your this thing. I mean, investment avenue, and then accordingly you check in what stocks. If you want, I'm also here. It needs a session more, ma'am, because it's too long a subject to discuss.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Okay.
But Cheryl, don't worry. We will keep this in the loop, because Nandini ma'am has been with us, and she is going to continue this journey where she's, going to help us all out for planning ourselves financially.
Okay, Anusha, ma'am.
So, ma'am, you had a feedback form there.
Yeah, I will share that also.
Yeah. So I would suggest that everybody fill up the feedback form and put in your details, so that, we could probably make a financial literacy group, or, something like that, build up a WhatsApp page where people can keep discussing about what they're doing. Ma'am, would that be a better idea?
Yeah.
Please feel free to offer your feedback, even if it is negative. I'm willing to accept it and work on it.
Yes, ma'am.
Share it. Can I share it on your WhatsApp? If you can post it here.
Yes, ma'am, you can
Yeah,
share
yeah.
it on WhatsApp.
Thank you.
Also, I would like to say that this is the first time we are having so many of Nandini ma'am students, and it's so lovely to see students on a Sunday morning in our platform. And we take this opportunity to thank each one of you for being there, for being present. And Reach Out welcomes you all the workshops that we host. So Nandini ma'am has always been a member of our Reach Out family, and we really would be extremely happy to have all her students join our other workshops too. Okay, so this is purely for the students. A big round of applause for being there on a Sunday morning.
I have shared with you, Ayana ma'am, the feedback form.
Ma'am, could you put it in the chat?
Let me check, ma'am. Give me a minute.
Yeah.
Even if it's a negative feedback, please feel free to give it to me so that I can work on it.
Based on your feedbacks, we can design the future topics.
Thanks.
So feel free to be as transparent as you can.
Actually, give me a minute.
Take your time, ma'am.
It's not getting pasted, ma'am. That's why I sent it to you.
Oh, okay. I would give a personal suggestion if everybody could put on their videos for some
Yes,
time.
I was
We could
just
take
going
a
to
nice
say,
picture.
let's take a lovely
We
picture.
have an amazing audience out here. There are some of my students, some of my colleagues.
Lovely.
Anusha ma'am, could you take the pictures?
Yes, I will. I request everyone to switch on their videos for a minute. It's lovely. Feel free to pose. Beautiful. Do we have some more questions coming our way? We still have a couple of minutes where, Nandini ma'am can answer your questions and queries.
Trying to paste it. The feedback form is not getting pasted. Can you try sending it, ma'am?
Just give me a minute, ma'am.
Yeah, take your time. I would like to take this opportunity to, extend our heartfelt gratitude to Nandini ma'am. Nandini ma'am has been a part of the Reach Out family, as I mentioned earlier. And ma'am, today you have not only helped us understand financial literacy, you have actually tried to take care of our future by planning our finances well. And it's such an important skill. And we all believe that the more we learn, the more we can actually earn. So thank you so much, Nandini ma'am. The presentation was extremely clear. The slides were beautifully designed, and you were very patient enough to answer all our queries. And we have nothing but so much of gratitude in our hearts for having you in this platform. I think the feedback link has been pasted. So
Ma'am.
Thanks.
I I would request all our participants to fill the feedback form so that we can provide so many more, workshops for you all. And Nandini ma'am will have a beautiful idea of how the workshop can be designed. And yes, Reach Out Counseling Center would be hosting a whole lot of programs in the future. And we've always been doing something on Women's Day. So do check out our Facebook page, our social media handles on Instagram and on Facebook, and do follow it, because there will be a lot of important content for you college students as well in that. Okay.
I think there is some problem still with the form, is it?
Yeah, it's in edit mode. It's okay, ma'am. If they can fill it, fine.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
1 second. I think whoever, please, I request everybody to fill it up. And there is, in the end, there is a column if you would need any other information or you need anything extra. I think you need to put it there. And we will look through the form and see how we can help you out.
And I think Nandini ma'am has already shared her email ID. If you could just scroll up, Aaron, she has shared her contact details and her email ID. So just scroll up the chat and she has it there. She has put it across.
So, are we done, ma'am?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. I think
Yes.
we are done. We are definitely done.
Thank you
And,
so much, everyone.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for being there. And Reach Out is thrilled to have you here.
Absolutely a pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you, Nandini ma'am, once again.
Have a lovely week ahead, everyone. And thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Nandini ma'am.
Thank you.
It was
will be now-
beautiful a session.
Have
Yeah.
more investors from this session. I will also sign off. Thank you.
Bye, bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody. Happy Sunday.
Have fun.